Today, I am going to share something that I have been warned not to share publicly. I am talking about an ancient Kabbalah wealth prayer, a sacred Hebrew prayer that has been passed down secretly through generations of Jewish families for thousands of years. A prayer so powerful that many rabbis believed it should only be taught privately, never revealed to the masses. But today I am breaking that silence, because this ancient Jewish wisdom belongs to everyone who seeks it with a sincere heart. Before I give you this prayer, however, I need to tell you something that will completely change how you understand wealth, prosperity, and the Torah teachings behind financial abundance. Because if you do not understand what I am about to share, the prayer will not work. You will say the words and nothing will happen. But if you truly grasp this ancient Kabbalah wisdom, if you align your consciousness with the frequency of abundance that our rabbis have taught for centuries, this prayer will transform your financial reality forever. So why did rabbis warn against sharing this publicly? Because this prayer is not what most people think it is. It is not a magic spell. It is not a shortcut. It is not a trick to bypass spiritual growth. This prayer is what Kabbalah calls a vessel creation, a sacred alignment between your consciousness and the infinite abundance of the Creator. In Kabbalistic teachings, our rabbis teach that wealth does not come from your job, your business, or your skills alone. Wealth flows from the Ein Sof, the infinite light of God, through a vessel. And that vessel is you. The prayer does not create wealth. The prayer creates the vessel that receives wealth. This is the hidden Torah secret that Jewish millionaires have understood for generations. This is the ancient Jewish wisdom that has guided Jewish families to prosperity for thousands of years. And this is what the rabbis feared would be misunderstood if shared publicly. Now let me give you the prayer. It is a sacred Hebrew blessing, a bracha, that has been recited by Jewish people for over 2,000 years. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol nihyeh bidvaro. In English, this means, Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, by whose word everything came to be. That is it. One sentence, 15 seconds. And yet within these few words lies the most powerful Jewish wealth secret ever revealed. Let me break it down for you word by word, because every single word is a key that unlocks a different door to abundance. Baruch atah Adonai, blessed are you, Lord. This is not flattery. This is not trying to convince God to give you money. This is recognition. You are recognizing that there is a source, an infinite, unlimited supply of abundance, and that source is God. Not your employer, not the economy, not luck. God. When you say Baruch atah Adonai, you are shifting your consciousness from I must create wealth by myself to God creates wealth through me. This single shift is the foundation of all Jewish wealth secrets. This is the Torah financial wisdom our rabbis have taught for centuries. Eloheinu melech haolam, our God, King of the universe. This is about sovereignty. This is about trust, what the Torah calls bitachon. You are declaring that God governs your finances, not the market, not your circumstances, not your past mistakes. God is King of the universe, and He has the final say over your prosperity. When you declare this, you are releasing the anxiety and stress that blocks abundance from flowing into your life. You are surrendering to divine provision. And when you surrender to the King, He provides, He blesses, He multiplies. This is the Talmud, money wisdom our sages have preserved for generations. Trust in God completely and watch your financial reality transform. Shehakol nihyeh bidvaro, by whose word everything came to be. This is the secret. This is what the rabbis feared people would misunderstand. Everything in creation came into existence through God's word. In the Torah, in Bereshit, God speaks and creation happens. Yehi Or, let there be light, and there was light. Yehi Rakia, let there be firmament, and there was firmament. God creates with words, and since you are created in God's image, B'Tselem Elohim, you also carry the power of creative speech. Your words shape your reality. Your declarations create your circumstances. Your consciousness determines your experience. This is the hidden Kabbalah wealth teaching that changed everything for the Jewish people throughout history. This is the ancient Jewish prosperity secret that explains why Torah-connected Jewish families have built generational wealth across centuries and across continents. Now let me share with you 3 powerful stories of people who applied this ancient Jewish wealth prayer and transformed their financial lives. The story of Miriam. Miriam was a hard-working woman drowning in financial stress. 2 jobs barely covering her bills, 3 children depending on her, and a heart full of anxiety every single morning. She came to me, desperate for answers. I taught her this Kabbalah wealth prayer and explained the Torah wisdom behind it. I told her, Miriam, do not say this prayer from a place of lack. Say it from a place of recognition. Recognize God as your source. Trust Him as your King. Align with His creative power. She committed to saying this Hebrew prayer every single morning for 30 days. Not mechanically, but with full consciousness, full intention, and full faith. Within the first month, she received an unexpected promotion at work. Within 3 months, she launched a small business from her kitchen. Within 6 months, that business was generating more income than both her jobs combined. Within 1 year, Miriam was financially free. She told me, Rabbi, it was not magic, it was a consciousness shift. When I truly recognized God as my source, I stopped operating from fear and started operating from faith, and everything changed. The story of Yosef. Yosef was an entrepreneur with a struggling business. Good product, good service, but constant financial pressure. He was discounting out of fear, chasing clients out of desperation, and making decisions from scarcity. He learned this ancient Jewish wealth prayer and began saying it every morning before making any business decision. With each word, he reminded himself, God is my source. God is sovereign. God creates through my words and actions. His entire approach to business transformed. He stopped discounting and started charging his true worth. He stopped chasing clients and started attracting them. He stopped making fear-based decisions and started making faith-based decisions. Within 3 months, his revenue doubled. Within 6 months, it tripled. Within 1 year, he had built a 7-figure business rooted in ancient Jewish prosperity principles. The story of Devorah. Devorah had over $100,000 in debt. Credit cards, student loans, medical bills. She felt completely hopeless. She thought abundance was impossible for her. She learned this Kabbalah wealth prayer and combined it with daily Torah study and the Jewish prosperity practices we teach on this channel. She prayed with consciousness. She acted with faith. She created her vessel. Within 1 year, she paid off $50,000 in debt. Within 2 years, she was completely debt-free. Within 3 years, she had built $100,000 in savings, the very amount she once owed. She told me, Rabbi, this prayer did not erase my debt miraculously, but it gave me the faith, the strength, and the clarity to see the path forward, and that changed everything. Do you see the pattern in all 3 stories? The prayer works, but not as magic. It works as consciousness alignment. It works as vessel creation. It works as Torah wisdom applied to real-life financial transformation. Now let me teach you exactly how to say this prayer correctly so that it works for you. Step 1. Prepare your consciousness. Before you say the prayer, Take 3 deep breaths. With each breath, release the consciousness of lack. Release financial anxiety. Release doubt and fear. Breathe in abundance. Breathe in faith. Breathe in the infinite provision of God. Step 2. Visualize the source. Before you speak the words, close your eyes for 30 seconds and visualize the Ein Sof, the infinite light of God's abundance, flowing toward you like an endless river of prosperity. This is not fantasy. This is Kabbalistic truth. God is infinite abundance. You are connecting to that abundance right now. Step 3. Say the prayer with full intention. Baruch atah Adonai. I recognize you as my source. Eloheinu melech haolam. I trust you as my king. Shehakol nihiyeh bidvaro. I align with your creative power. Feel every word, mean every word, embody every word. Step 4. Declare your abundance. After the prayer, do not return immediately to thoughts of lack. Instead, declare out loud, I am blessed. I am provided for. Wealth flows to me easily. I am a vessel for divine prosperity. Opportunities come to me naturally. God is my source, and His supply is unlimited. Step 5. Act from abundance. This is the most important step and the one most people miss. Do not pray and then sit waiting for money to appear. Pray and then move. Make the call, send the email, take the step, launch the idea. Act from the consciousness of abundance, from the Torah teaching that God works through those who move in faith. And watch what happens. Watch how opportunities appear that you could not see before. Watch how doors open that were previously closed. Watch how your financial reality begins to transform. Now I want to address something directly. I know some of you are thinking, Rabbi, this sounds too simple. Just say a short prayer and attract unlimited wealth. And you are right to question it, because it is not just about saying the prayer. It is about becoming the prayer. It is about embodying the Torah wisdom behind it. It is about aligning your entire consciousness, your words, your actions, and your faith with the ancient Jewish prosperity principles our rabbis have preserved for thousands of years. The prayer is the key, but you have to insert it. You have to turn it. You have to walk through the door. Let me close with this powerful Torah truth. Jewish people throughout history have faced persecution, exile, poverty, and suffering. And yet, generation after generation, Jewish families have rebuilt their wealth, their businesses, and their communities from nothing. Not because of luck, not because of connections, but because of this ancient wisdom, the knowledge that God is the infinite source of all abundance, and that through Torah teachings, Kabbalah, wisdom, Hebrew prayers, and righteous action, prosperity is always available to those who align with the Creator. This is your birthright as a child of God. This is the ancient Jewish wealth secret that rabbis have protected and passed down for centuries. And today it is yours. So here is my challenge to you. Say this prayer every single morning for the next 30 days, not mechanically, but with full consciousness, full intention, and full faith. Combine it with the Torah wealth teachings and Kabbalah prosperity secrets we share every week on this channel. Act from abundance, not from scarcity. And watch your financial reality transform in ways you never imagined possible. In the comments below, tell me, will you commit to this 30-day Kabbalah wealth prayer challenge? I want to hear from you. Your commitment might be exactly the inspiration someone else needs today. And if this video has opened your eyes to the power of ancient Jewish wealth secrets and Hebrew prayers for prosperity, Please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you never miss another Torah wealth teaching. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this ancient wisdom today. Because the rabbis may have warned against sharing this publicly, but I believe this sacred knowledge belongs to everyone who seeks abundance with a sincere and faithful heart. Next week, I will reveal the ancient Jewish practice of tzedakah and how the act of giving is actually the most powerful Jewish wealth secret of all. Until then, remember, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol nihiyeh bidvaro. Say it, mean it, embody it, act from it, and walk forward in the ancient Jewish wisdom of unlimited abundance. Shalom.